Welcome back to another coloring tutorial. I know that I've been missing for a little while. Your girl has been super busy with making wigs and whatnot. But if you'd like to learn how I achieve these beautiful highlights, just keep on watching. So we're going to be using the Blonde Me Bleach and the 20 volume developer from Blonde Me as well. I really love this bleach. It is one of the best bleaches I've ever came across. And it's a little pricey, but I feel like it's worth the price. I will link it in the description box under my Amazon store. I also want to note that I am starting off with brown hair. You do not have to start off with brown hair. I did a bleach bath with L'Oreal Quick Blue, being that I didn't want to use this expensive bleach to do a bleach bath. So again, you can just use black hair. You do not have to use brown hair, but for the sake of this unit that I'm creating for my launch, I am starting off with brown hair. You want to make sure that you have a rat tail comb exactly like this. You want to make sure the end is the skinny one. And as you can see in the front a little bit, the brown did come out a little brighter than the rest of the hair. I am going to show you how I corrected that. So we're just going to section off our unit in the middle. If I were to do let's say like I wanted to do a side part unit with highlights, I would start off from that side part. But since we're doing a middle part, we're going to be starting in the middle. Okay, so now we're just mixing our bleach and developer together. The consistency you're looking for is a smooth and creamy consistency. So that way when you're applying the bleach to your hair, it's just super easy to apply. It's not clumpy or anything. So you want to mix until you get that smooth and creamy consistency. When I do highlights, I always section off my unit into 3 sections. So what we're going to do here is do one section on each side and then section off the back. Okay, so we're going to begin on one of the sides that we sectioned off. It doesn't matter which side you start off on, it just matters that you start off from the top. So we're going to section off a little less than an inch from the top of the section, and we're going to begin weaving. So when you are weaving, you're basically going over under with your rat tail comb. Essentially, that's the way that you're going to be weaving the hairs out. So whatever hair that you're pulling up is the hair that you're going to be highlighting. I hope I'm making sense, but as you watch, it'll make better sense to you. So as you can see, the size of the highlight that you're taking out matters. So for this unit, I'm not taking out big clumps of hair. So the more hair you take out, the bigger your highlights will be. The less hair you take out, the smaller your highlights will be. Okay, so here I'm just showing you how much hair I took out. So let's say you wanted chunky highlights, you'll take out bigger pieces. But I'm looking for more of a small to medium-ish size of highlights. So that is how much hair I took out. And that's how much hair you're going to take out throughout the whole unit. So you're going to take your foil. I like to use regular foils that you use in the kitchen because I feel like they're bigger in size. So you're going to fold it over with your rat tail comb and you're going to apply your bleach. Here I'm showing you what you don't want to do. So you see how straight I'm applying the bleach? That is just going to cause a line of demarcation, and that is what you don't want. So this technique that I'm going to show you is going to be called feathering. So you're just going to lightly stroke the brush to where you're getting that natural ombre effect. So when you're doing highlights, that's what you want to do. You want to feather the bleach on so that when it comes down to your results, you have a natural outcome from where the root of the hair is to where the highlight actually begins. You just want everything to be It's kind of like an ombre effect. You want everything to be seamless and natural. Another important thing I want to know is that when you're applying the bleach, you want to make sure that you're fully covering the hair with bleach so that you're not missing any spots. Once you're done with the first side, you're going to go to the other side and do the same exact steps we did before. I like to start off from the top on both sides just to make sure when the color takes, both sides are even. So we're going to, again, you're going to weave the pieces that you're taking out. Try to make sure that they're identical to each other. And yeah, you're going to weave, apply your bleach, and fold it into the foil. Now that the top of each side is completed, we're going to continue to do the highlights on each side. For this unit, I'm doing 5 on each side and 5 in the back. Every unit is different depending on what look you're going for. You're going to do however many you want on each side. Sometimes I do 7, 10. It just all depends on what I'm going for. So now I'm sectioning off what I am not going to highlight. So I'm sectioning off about an inch or so. And that piece that you just sectioned off is what you're going to skip. And now we're going to take the part that we're going to actually highlight and begin to weave, highlight, make sure you're feathering, fold into the foil, and you're going to repeat the same steps. I'm going to show you in a little bit what I mean, but just keep on watching. Okay, so this is what I was trying to explain before. So you're just going to make sure you're highlighting, no highlight, highlight, no highlight. And you're just going to repeat that throughout the whole entire unit. I like to call it a sandwich effect. And here I'm just repeating the same steps. You're going to highlight, skip what you're not going to highlight, and then section off another piece to weave. Make sure you're feathering because you do not want it to look harsh. And yeah, you're just going to repeat this same step on each side of the unit and the back. But right now we're focusing on the sides.
I can be real good. Please don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love. Hey, I need some love. Hey, I need some love. Hey, and you can't judge. You don't really follow me like you should. Things are all over the hood. All the good, everything all good. My love, your niggas won't smoke with me all alone. Trust me, it's all alone. Fuck you, it's all alone. You just need someone to complicate you. Someone dominate you. Watch back, you stroke, like while me smoke, that's why it's combination. You just need someone. Deal with no complications. You just need someone. You just need someone. Lady night attention, unconditional. All that you're missing in my day. Fucked up, shouldn't even justify. I get it, I'm on your side. I get it away all the time. Sides, I don't ever feel my side. You should just do special on my mind. How about I just take my time? All of my life, I fall up inside. Girls need love to follow.
So now I'm just taking out the pieces that took too light when I did the bleach bath, because it obviously does not match the rest of the hair. So I'm just going to take the Revlon medium golden brown and just go back in and correct what was messed up. And you're going to take a piece of foil when applying the color to that section, just so that it doesn't mess up the highlights. And also I'm going to take my rat tail comb and just lightly correct the roots that took too bright. And another thing I want to note is that sometimes when you mess up color, you can always go back. Well, not always. Sometimes if you mess up the color, there's just no going back. But sometimes you can always go back and just correct what you messed up. Like, it's not always the end all be all. My camera did die while I was trying to show you guys how I took my foils out, but really what I do is just pull them out. I did go in and deep condition and wash the unit, and this is our results. Our roots are fixed and our highlights look really nice. And for the rest of the video, I'm just going to be showing you how I styled it, and yeah, just keep on watching. I also want to make note that I did not add anything to the highlights. I didn't add any extra colors. So when I say this bleach is really good, it's really good. But also remember, the hair quality does matter.
The schedule busy, my head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie, my cousins are crazy, my cousin like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tussie. Both for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, this shit going crazy. Weezy producer, then Weezy had made me, and she held it down, so she got on Mercedes. Your money rappers, the army, the Navy. It ran me 10,000, I threw it like Brady. Foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trusted my niggas, they knew what betray me. Met all these niggas, they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody saved me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody saved me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody saved me. Met all these niggas, they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. I got no kids, tell them I go no stops. As soon as I nut, you go. $2,500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same place that made you never finish. Know you get charged, yeah, you look like a fool.